He was the guy that put the sport on the map because people would watch him and they go, Jesus.
Yeah, that
that guy.
timeline of MMA was so fun. Let me ask you something. What do you think was the key of success of the UFC? Like, it was Dana White, it was the matchmakers, it was the fighters, it was the promotion. What it was?
I think the big thing was the Ultimate Fighter. I think everybody kind of agrees with that. The Ultimate Fighter reality show, what made the UFC huge was that first season of the reality show, because this was 2005. So reality shows were really popular back then. And then they have the finale. And in the finale, Forrest Griffin fights Stephen Bonner, and it's such a crazy fight that people are just telling their friends. The ratings were going up as the fight went on. And, you know, the Fertittas, the people that owned the UFC before this current company, they were in the hole, $40 million. And they just kept losing money. And they said, listen, this is the last. They were going to sell the UFC at one point in time. And then they got to this point where they're like, look, let's just try this one more thing. And they did this reality show. And the reality show worked. And Chuck Liddell was the perfect poster boy for this new cage fighting thing. This fucking maniac with a mohawk and a tattoo on his head, and he's just crushing everybody. You know, he was a perfect guy because the fights were so exciting, and he had this insane style, this insane, almost like Michael Chandler style, but better.
Entertaining style.
Very, very entertaining. Just warrior. And run around the cage. It was so exciting.
So exciting.
He was the poster boy. He was the guy. He was the guy that put the sport on the map because people would watch him and they go, Jesus.
Yeah, that
that guy.
timeline of MMA was so fun.